All right, so I've been DoorDashing off and on for 7 years now. And I probably will never stop doing it just because sometimes I want to make some extra money. And it's just a chill, thing to do on your own, whatever, or with your partner, whatever, right? But you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste your gas. So I'm making this video to show how to not do that, how to maximize your earnings. And one of the best ways to actually do that is to not do what I just did, which is take an order that's 23 minutes away. One order that's 23 minutes away and takes you close to being out of your busy area or even out of your zone. Never take an order that takes you out of your zone, your dashing zone, unless it's a really high paying order, right? And just to explain this, I'll dox where I live. I live in Bonnie Lake. If you're familiar with Washington State and Bonnie Lake, you know Buckley and Enumclaw. Bonnie Lake is like the outskirts, all right? I grew up here, well, there. Right now I'm in Buckley, or no, right now I'm in Enumclaw. But I grew up in Bonnie Lake, and I always thought it was like that, but no. It's like the outskirts of civilization. It's really far away from Tacoma and Seattle, which are the major cities in Washington State where probably 80% of the population of Washington lives in those two metropolitan areas. We're super far out from those metropolitan areas, basically close to the national forest. Look at, if I were to be able to just drive straight, those are the freaking boonies, way out there. Arguably, this is the last little pocket of city, right? Before you leave where all the civilizations are, basically, man. There's 1 or 2 grocery stores. So I say all that to say, do you think people are ordering a lot of DoorDash in that area if the population is low? Do you think there's a lot of restaurants around that area for people to order from? No. So they're not gonna, it's not a busy area. It's not worth it to even wait around in those areas or to go to those areas, because once you go there, you have to drive all the way back. And there's a super low chance you'll get another order. So now you're wasting what? Your time and your gas. So this video is more for people who just started doing DoorDash or are about to start or whatever, right? How do you even know if it's that far? If you're not a maps nerd like me, I guess I'm a nerd at looking at maps and stuff. If you don't know your area very well at all yet, you probably will if you DoorDash a lot. You're gonna naturally get to know it, right? But before you know it, you might not realize that you just took an order that's 15 minutes away and you're kind of just wasting your time and your gas. Because if you're doing an order that's 15 minutes away and it's only $6, that's not usually worth it. There's a rare time where that's worth it, right? So I'll try to show a screen recording of what I'm talking about. But basically, when an order pops up on your phone, it'll tell you where the restaurant is and it'll tell you where the house is. And then it'll show where you are as a blue circle. What I always do, if you're waiting in the right areas, you should be waiting near the restaurant. So what you do is you click on the house, and then there should be another button that shows the address. And if you click on that, it'll take you onto Google Maps, or your preferred maps choice. If you're smart, you use Google Maps. But anyway, it'll show you how long that trip is gonna be. So what you're gonna do from there is just look at it. Is it 15 minutes away or is it 5 minutes away? If it's 5 minutes away and it's a $6 order, that's 9 times out of 10 gonna be worth it for you to take it. I try to go $1 per mile or $1 per minute of time it'll take. So just now, like I said, I took an order that's 23 minutes away, but it was only $16. The reason I took it is because I know it's early in the day of the peak time, well, kinda, and I really need the gas, so I'm just gonna take the $10 out of that 16 and put it on gas, and then I know I have plenty of gas to finish out my dash. So those are the kinds of things you gotta use your brain and think about if maybe you do wanna take an order that's not really worth it, according to me. Now, another thing that just happened to me, which is super important that you do this if you're going to be DoorDashing in the area for a while, is it kind of helps you build a reputation, I guess, a little bit. You will see repeat customers. I've seen them. There's people who just order on DoorDash all the time, which is, wow, that's crazy. So what you want to do is if you're doing an order and it's going to take a while at the restaurant or whatever, or for whatever reason you might have to go get gas or go do something real quick and it's going to take a little while, update the customer. That helps you and them. Obviously it helps them stay updated, but it helps you in case they want to complain. DoorDash will be able to look and go, well, you told them that there's a delay because of blah blah blah. Don't be honest. if you're gonna be late because you're getting gas or you need to stop to your house real quick to do something or get something super quick or whatever, make sure it's quick, but don't tell them that's what you're doing. Say you gotta go to a different customer's house, or you gotta, I guess you can say you have to get gas, but you should try to avoid saying that. Come up with something else. The restaurant's taking a while, whatever, because then when DoorDash looks at it, even if the customer might understand your position, DoorDash doesn't want to see that. And your customer probably doesn't want to see that either. Now, another thing to calculate is, will this person who's really far away, if I'm going to take that order, are they going to give me an extra tip if I give them fast service? So I just gave really fast service to the people I just ordered to, and I followed the directions. He had a little chair on his porch where he wanted the food. I made sure to put the food on that chair where he put in the directions. I got there really fast. The restaurant was taking a little while, so I told him that. And guess what? He tipped me an extra $10. So I just made $26, and it's only taking me about, I guess, a little less than an hour. So hey, $26 an hour, that's pretty cool. You know, I was only expecting 16. So sometimes you get lucky when the customer understands they live far away and you're going above and beyond. They're used to waiting longer because they live far away. They know why. They know it's because it's not really worth it for us to do that unless they're going to tip a high amount. But never accept an order based off of, well, I think they'll probably tip. Never do that. I just realized I'm kind of rambling a little bit about this one topic, so maybe this will just be one video, and I'll keep making more videos on different tips. I guess this one was more of a what to do what types of orders to take, right? So try to get $1 a minute of driving time or $1 a mile. Maybe when you're not DoorDashing, look on Google Maps and tap on random areas to see how far away each area is, and that way you can have like a little circle of, this is where I'll try to go, and I